Good afternoon again. Me again, coming back with more from the lovely state of Michigan. So, this is, I'm not sure where this Ann Arbor Times, I don't know, but I found this. Um, so, this was on the 4th, and Ann Arbor Times posted there were no new teachers in Ypsilanti, Michigan, who signed the pledge in week ending August 7th, according to an online pledge from the Zinn Education Project. We'll go over that in a sec. No new teachers signed the pledge the week before. It has now 12 pledges from Ypsilanti teachers by the end of the week ending August 7th. They're one of thousands of U.S. teachers pledging to continue educating students about the controversial critical race theory, which explains racism is embedded in the U.S. culture and politics. Through the concept, though the concept was first suggested in the late 70s, has recently exploded as a contentious issue between the American right and left of the last 2 years. Now you have to know your history, which is something that these liberal, Marxist, left wingers are trying to remove. They want to get rid of the history where you know the truth, and the truth being that it was the Democrats that enslaved people of color. It was, and actually, I do believe the Republican Party started with mainly people of color who were fighting against slavery. So and it's this color revolution, and it is all their way to divide and conquer the United States. Um, look up the pillars of Marxism. We're almost done. We've almost finished what we're almost done. America's almost dead. And when they have their way, folks, it doesn't matter what color you are, because you will be a slave. It doesn't matter if you're a person of color. If you are a cracker white person, it doesn't matter if you're not racist. If you are racist, what's going to happen in America is it doesn't matter who you are. The communists are going to come in and take over, and you will be given your government cheese. If you tattle on your neighbor, you will get bonus points like the communist Chinese. If you refuse to tattle, you won't get fed. You won't be allowed to go anywhere. This is where it's all heading. And if you people haven't figured it out, you need to watch Chris Sky. You need to get your head on straight and do some serious research, because things coming down the pike can either go one of two ways. We can either stand up and unite together and fight for this country and fight for the freedom of the American people. It doesn't matter what color you are, because we are Americans. That's the beauty of being an American. In America, when you become a U.S. citizen, you are an American. When you go to Japan and you become a Japanese citizen, you're not Japanese. When you go to Italy and you become an Italian citizen, if you're black, you don't become Italian unless you are born and raised in Italy. You are Italian. I have Italian genes. Do you understand? Like, jeans is not the kind you wear, as in, like, my bloodline is from Italy. What I'm trying to explain to you is nowhere else in the world, when you come to a country and you become a citizen, do you become that part of that nation's history and people. You are American. You come to America, you become a citizen, and you take that oath. My mother did it. My grandmother did it. I don't know what more I can say, folks. But you can either stand united and fight the tyranny that is coming, that they're trying to push on us, or you can bow down. But I only bow for the cross. I only bow for for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I don't bow to anyone else. I stand for the flag and I bow to the cross. Get it yet? So, here we have. So they're saying, though the concept was first suggested in the late 70s, it is recent. Many who signed the pledge are defying state bans on the teachings. Arizona, Idaho, Iowa, New Hampshire, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas have passed legislation banning discussions about the U.S. being inherently racist. Other states, such as Montana and South Dakota, have denounced the teachings without passing specific legislation. In an interview with the Washington Free Beacon, Ashley Varner of the Freedom Foundation accused the Zen Education Project of providing left-leaning propaganda to teachers. So teachers in Ypsilanti who pledged to teach critical race theory, teachers and their thoughts on CRT. So Susan Hoffbar is a teacher. It's important for all students to understand our history. Brian Burek, teaching does not mean indoctrinating, forcing people to only teach one limited perspective is the real indoctrination. Fascist, racist educational restrictions are the sign of desperation. I reject small-mindedness. I respect that kids are not idiots and can learn that more than one thing can be true at once. America can be founded on racism and inherently racist, and you can still live your country. He needs to. I don't know. I could go on, but the point is these laws are stupid and need to be opposed and resisted at every turn. By Andrea Adams, by passing these bills, governments are attempting to rewrite or erase history, which provides insight to the social injustice of today. That's a crock of shit because that's what they're trying to do. My job as an educator is not only to give information, but to challenge students to analyze situations, discuss, collaborate well. Martina Vitt had no comment. Jody O'Brien, she's an alum, she's a social worker. My responsibility is to give a legacy of love by teaching the truth. Bobby Bowles, my students deserve better. They deserve truth. They deserve to know their own rich history. We know when we know better, we do better. America needs truth to heal. Yeah, too bad you're not teaching the truth. Kirsten Purcell's, if we develop a stronger, more compassionate society, we need to reconcile with the truth behind our country's founding institutions. No comment. Terry Carpenter, Rebecca Heron, we understand the educators refuse to lie to young people about U.S. history and current events, regardless of the law. Wow. Danae Henson, no comment. Matt Hamilton, no comment. Tony Dixon, no comment. So that's very interesting. So if you live in Michigan and you are in Washtenaw County, specifically the Ypsilanti School District, and you are against CRT, y'all might want to look into that. But I wanted to show you so this is what happened over the weekend. I think it was Friday. So Ann Arbor Pioneer forfeits varsity football game against Bedford over claims of racial slurs during the JV match. Now, let me just tell you, I am against any racist bullshit. Homie, don't play that game. Not around me. Now, if I'd have been one of them players or that had been my team playing, I'd have been like, oh, they want to talk some shit? Oh, why don't we go out there and show them what we're really made of? But no, these pansy asses, you know what they did? Yeah, if that offends you that I said pansy ass, sorry about your luck. Pansy asses. These little fucking wimpy ass cowards and their fucking coach. Yeah, I'm a little bent. You gotta teach these kids to walk away. Stand up. You want to do something about it? They just gave in. They gave in. They gave in to these people. And why? Because one student. Okay, so he was supposed to play Bedford, but the game never happened. Ann Arbor forfeited after refusing to play out of protest, alleging Bedford's players used racial slurs during the varsity game. There's no reason that should have happened. Of course, no, there isn't. But there's a lot of reasons shit happens in it, and you just are never. It's not going to go away. You can't eradicate it by forcing shit down people's tongue. People just have to evolve, and if you don't teach them to evolve. Let them be who they are. If they want to be ignorant assholes, you just, whatever. Oh, Williams said his junior varsity coach reported the incident to him Friday. He announced his team wouldn't play in the game. I made the decision that we would protest the game. Yeah, there we go. I made the decision we would protest. So your team of students, maybe they didn't want to. Did you ask your team of students what they wanted to do? Maybe they would have wanted to show them a thing or two and said, here, let me bump you a good couple of times, you son of a, for saying something racial. That's what I'd have let them. I'd have let them take out their aggression on the field like that. Yeah. You want to talk some shit? Let the players take it out. But again, there's no way whatsoever I would allow our players to be subject to that kind of treatment. My job is to protect these young men. These young men, God forbid we go to war and they do a draft. What are they going to do when they're called names by the opposing people that they're supposed to fight against? What are they going to do? I'm going to protest. I'm not going to fight. You better grow some thick skin. What happened to manly men? Teaching men to be men. Bullshit. Williams said he talked to his players wanting to hear what they thought and how they felt. What they experienced, we can't change that. That's going to be part of them for the rest of their lives. Oh, woe is me. I can't change that. I'm hurting that my kids were hurt by that. That hurts me to the core. He said, really? Do you wear bikini panties too? I mean, are you a guy or a chick? Feely, touchy, feely bullshit. Oh my God. That really bothered me. So these student, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was on Facebook. I saw this and I could not believe this shibble. I gotta find it because it was. The alleged incident. So it was an alleged incident on top of all that. If you were to see, it was just crazy. I can't even remember where I saw this on. I can't even begin. Anyways, it was just what was going on with the comment section was you can see where Washtenaw County has been taken over. Washtenaw County has been taken over. They literally, like, there are counties in Michigan. Rashida Tlaib, I think, is the lady here, who have been taken over. You need to go on Monkeyworks, and I think he posted a video about it last week. I'll post Monkeyworks YouTube page, and you can go back and check him out and go through, because he talks about the indoctrination that's happening. And I don't know. I think that was one of his. I don't think that was a Monkey Minute. I think that was a sit rep on his channel. But it is what they've done, and it's happened over the last 10, 20 years, where they have infiltrated. And they talk about Republicans. They talk about Republicans infiltrate, like how we talk about getting involved. Well, because that's what they did over the last 10 to 20 years, they have infiltrated every place and changed and let us. It's just like, I'm sorry. I'm all for immigration. My parents are immigrants. I'm all for immigration. But when you come to this country, you need to learn this language. We have too many we have too many people from too many different countries here. That's the beauty of America, which I love the food because I can go anywhere and I can taste, different countries. That's the beauty of it. But when I call the friggin' hospital or I call my consumer's electricity, I gotta wait and I gotta wait for the right number to talk to someone to speak English. What the F? That's the whole point that I'm making. You come to America, you're American. I get it. I speak Italian. I still speak my language, but I speak my language with my family. I don't go to the store and expect people to understand what I'm saying in my language. That's part of the problem that we've had here is we're, oh, sure, we're so accommodating. And that's great when someone's staying at your house and you're a guest or you work at a hotel. But this is a country where many people of many different religions and ethnicities live. We are American. We speak English. You want to live in this country, you have to take on our traditions. We don't take on yours. Granted, they're great traditions. I'm sure they are. Keep them for yourself. Don't be offended that we don't follow what you do. That's the beauty of America. Everyone is entitled their freedom to believe and to celebrate as they wish. You know, I don't know, guys. I'm really frustrated because I am sick of the divide. I am literally like I've had it up to my eyeballs with this CRT and this division, whether you're Christian, Catholic, or a non-believer. I'm just tired of everybody feeling entitled instead of, we need to be each other's brother, be each other's neighbor, get to know people. You don't have to look down on somebody because they don't agree with you. And you don't expect to force your opinions on me. This is my opinion and solely my opinion. And if you don't like it, that's fine. I appreciate you either way. You can hate me, you can love me. It doesn't matter to me because these are my opinions that I am entitled to, just like you're entitled to yours. But will we please, for the love of Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, and all the saints, can we please stop trying to shove each other's beliefs down each other's throats? I never fit in the Catholic Church because it wasn't for me. There's just something I never felt like I fit in. I had this thing in my head and I thought, God is love, God is compassionate, God is kind, God is strong, God is all these wonderful, beautiful things. Then how can all of these wonderful religions that truly teach love and kindness and compassion for each other, how can they be wrong? How can we claim that there is only one true religion? In my head, the way I see it and the way I still see it today is all these religions were created and God allowed them to happen so that none of his children would be lost, so that they would still feel God in their heart and practice the love that God teaches in the Bible. Granted, there's a lot about the Bible that is going to shock a lot of people. My sister-in-law sent me something about what's underneath the Vatican and the pictures and the videos, and let me just tell you, it's unnerving, but it's true, and we have to accept the truth whether we like it or not. But I truly believe there is no wrong religion if you are a peaceful religion, and that's just how I feel. I, I think God doesn't care which church you go to, as long as you go. And I mean that metaphorically because I don't go to a house of God. I haven't found one since the Catholic Church. because that's all I've known my whole life, where I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable with God in my house. I have a personal relationship with my Savior. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go to a church just to go. I'm gonna go where I feel the closest to God. And that might be your backyard, in the garden, on a trail out in nature. But there is no wrong way to want to learn and be close to God that preaches peace and love. Okay? That's my take. I went on and on this one, and I kind of got a little off topic. But we see where that gets me, because this color divide, this color revolution, this has just got to stop. And people of my age, in their 50s, we know full and well that it does exist. I'm not going to say, just like the bug, it's there. It's there. I'm not going to say it hasn't. I've seen it, but it isn't just it's not a door that swings one way. Racism is a door that swings both ways. And I'm not talking only on color or religion. It swings both ways. There are people on both sides. Okay? Just the corruption. Again, let's go back to the corruption. There's corruption everywhere. I don't care where you slice that cake. Somewhere where you slice that cake, you'll see corruption. There isn't one party that isn't guilty of it. Okay? And this is the part that's going to really, that I think is what's going to really disappoint people. But it is what it is, and you're going to have to deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, you better find somebody who knows, because when you know, you know. And if they know what that means, you better hold their hand, because you're going to need someone. All right, folks, I'll post the links. Have a great afternoon. This may be my last one. I got to get back to work. Remember, if you want to shoot me an email, comment, like, share. For some reason, I had like 30 people on this channel, and I've like lost subscribers. Wow. Sorry, guys, they banned me. I couldn't do anything. I had to go to News with Nana. And if you know, you know where to get me on Rumble. I had a hard time. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Remember, knowledge is power. Share the knowledge. You want a stupid, afraid, and alone. Be kind. You just don't know the cross that everyone's bearing. Just be kind. Please try to be kind. That person is someone's child. Okay? Just be kind. And then remember that united we stand, divided we fall. So God bless you, folks. Have a great afternoon. I may or may not be on later after I get out of work. It's my late night. We'll see what happens. Have a great one. Bye-bye.